All right, guys, we're gonna waste no time here. We're gonna be talking about how to use an XLR mic and a mixer on the Xbox. All the cables you need, everything you need to do, you can do it on a wireless controller or a wired controller. I'm gonna show you both methods. We're gonna hop right into the video. Everything you need in the video for cable-wise is gonna be found in the description below. It helps me out to continue to put free content out like this for you guys each and every week. I appreciate the support there. Okay, so we have everything on the table laid out. I'm just gonna tell you what everything is real quick, and then I'm gonna show you how to hook everything up. So the mixer we're gonna be using today is the brand new Fine mixer, the SC8. This thing's pretty awesome. I have an entire video on this. If you wanna go watch it, you are more than welcome to. The other thing you're gonna be using today, I was talking into it like I was actually using it, is a mic. I am using this mic right here. This is the Tank 1 from Fine themselves. This is a pretty good mic as well. This is just an XLR mic. This is because this is what we're using for a USB. You're not gonna plug in a USB mic into this. You're gonna have to have an XLR mic. So just understand where I'm coming from so that when people ask questions in the comments and they've actually watched this, can help me out and just say, hey, he said it has to be an XLR mic for this setup. Another thing, I just told them I'd give them a shout out because they did just send it. And most of the stuff that I have, it has been sent out to me. I've done videos on and stuff in the past. You guys know, if you've been here, I do a lot of fine stuff, but they did just send this out to me. This is their new, well, I don't know if it's new, but it's called BS. It's a BS1 is what they call it. It's just a mic stand. I wanted something because I do a lot of mic tests and I wanted to have something where I can use on the table and actually, well, crap, I think I tightened it too much. Now I can't get it to undo without undoing the bottom, so that's not a great start to this. There it goes. Okay, all right, so yeah, it just slides up and down and it just makes it easier. So when I'm doing mic tests, I can just kind of put it up here to me, and if I want to stand and move it or stuff like that, it's just nice. Little mic stand. If you need it for a mic or something, you need it a little bit higher, because the one I had on it was this one, so you can imagine it would be all the way to the table and be hard to talk into it when I'm doing my testing and stuff. In any case, I said I'd throw it in there, I threw it in there. All right, moving on. Other things you're gonna need a wired headset. Now, I want to emphasize it has to be wired, and why it has to be wired, because there are people that I see in the comment section sometimes saying a wireless will work. Wireless will not work because it defeats the purpose, because if you use a wireless headset on this setup, you will not be able to hear game chat. What's the purpose of using all this setup if you can't talk to game chat? Like, it doesn't work. I've tried, it doesn't work. So you need a wired headset. You can use a wireless headset with a aux port on the bottom of it if you want to. I use this because I have it sitting around and I don't feel like hooking cables up. This already have a cable run to it. So anything will work though. On an old wired headset, it don't matter as long as you have it, okay? You need a power cable for your mixer, of course. You need an XLR cable. Most mics that you buy should come with it. Just check the pricing, or check the description to make sure it comes with one. If it doesn't, maybe find one it does. If you don't have one, again, I'll post a super cheap one on the description below as well, so you can get one. I'm pretty sure this came with one. I'm not 100% positive, but in any case, take it for what it's worth. The other thing you're gonna need is a wireless controller. I'm gonna use the Elite controller. We will do a quick test with the wired as well, and I'll just show you how it's hooked up with that, the second half. By the way, description, timestamps, all that's below. If you need all that, just look at I'm putting them all below. But in any case, you will need that. Now, this is important. Turtle Beach, when I first did this video, long time ago, it was a Turtle Beach adapter, stereo adapter. Well, Turtle Beach don't sell them anymore. So I picked this adapter up. I actually did a video on this adapter. It's not as good as the Turtle Beach. Like, it doesn't do certain things that the Turtle Beach did, but it still works for this purpose. It still does what it needs to do to send sound to and fro. So we're picked this up, and it's even cheaper than the Turtle Beach adapter. The Turtle Beach adapter was like 40 bucks. Like, to have this entire setup before, it was a freaking super expensive. So cutting down on this, I think this is like 15 to 20 bucks is much better than $40. So take that for what it's worth. I don't know why Turtle Beach, I don't know why Turtle Beach stopped selling this, because completely honest with you, I sold the crap ton of these things for them, and they just stopped selling it. I don't understand. But in any case, maybe they'll come out with a controller that has one built into it. Maybe that's what it is, and that would be a controller I will cover if that does come out, because that'd be pretty cool. any case, yes, you'll need that for this. Now, if you're using the wired controller, of course, you won't need a Turtle Beach adapter. Again, description or timestamps below. All right, I think we got mostly everything. You do need a splitter. The splitter will be what we call a 4-pole splitter. So if you look at the top of it, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you want to make it easier, just make sure there's 3 lines on it. These are called poles between the lines, and then the lines will their lines. So 3-line, 4-pole splitter. What it is the poles are just what sends, if you have 4 poles, it sends mic. If you only have 3, it won't send the audio from your mic itself. It'll only receive audio. So we need to have that 4th pole there to do that. Just a little bit of a insight for people that didn't know that. The one I'm going to tag below, I've sold a crap ton of these for over the years too. It's actually going to be marked. It doesn't matter how you hook these up, but it's marked for people that need it easier for them. All right, and the other cable you're gonna need is a 4-pole cable, another one, and we're just gonna hook that up into the board, into the splitter, and all that good stuff. So again, everything's linked below. So from here, you're gonna take the board itself, and you're gonna see it says headphone right there on the back. You have optical headphone aux in. We're gonna go into headphone, not this headphone, this headphone, not this headphone, this headphone. All right, we're gonna plug it right into there like so. We're gonna come down with it. And then from there, I need to make sure all this works. Okay, and then from here, what we're gonna do, so we got the cable hooked up, we're gonna hook it up to the controller itself, or the headphone port, excuse me, not the headphone port, the mic port on the splitter itself. So where the little mic is, you're gonna just hook it up there. And then from here, the USB cable, listen, this doesn't have to be hooked up to anything. Like, it doesn't have to be hooked up to the Xbox. It doesn't have to be hooked up to your PC. It can be hooked up anything to give it power, because all we're trying to do is give this power. With that being said, I am hooking it up into my Xbox, but you know what? For kicks and giggles, I'm gonna take this, you can't see it, but I just have a power strip over here that has a USB plug on it. I'm going to actually, if I have a free spot, I do, plug it up into there. Why not? Just so that you can see it's gonna provide power to it, and all I have is a power. There's not hooked up to anything else but this controller right now, okay? And then from here, super simple, guys. All we're gonna do is we're going to take our headset we talked about and plug it up into the second splitter. So now we have everything hooked up there. The only thing we have to do is the mic itself, and that's simply just going to be taking the XLR cable and plugging into the headset, and then plugging it into the back of the port itself. So just so you can see, boom. You see where I put the power at, just in case you didn't know. We have it on PC or PlayStation, it doesn't really matter. Boom, we're there, okay? And then from here, that's it. That's all we have to do. Except we do have one more thing to do. Let me show you. The last thing you're gonna do on this board, and if you look at the top of it right here, you see it says mic monitoring. It's the farthest button here. If you any controller or any board that has this, you're gonna just turn it on. And once you turn it on, you're good to go. Like that's it, you're done. What's cool is I'm gonna show you right now, we're gonna go to the console side just for a second here. And you can see I'm already, if you look at the screen, you can see where it says at the bottom, right, Scyther coming up. And as well as, you know, you can see me moving in the party chat itself. Now, if I turn mic monitoring off, I just turned it off just now, you see it disappears. It's not there anymore. It's not coming up anymore. It's because mic monitoring is turned off on the board. So I'll put it back on, I'm good to go. Super simple, super easy to do. You can see it coming up. Now, what's cool about this is if you have these custom pads right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to the console right now, and I'm gonna stop talking just so you stop seeing it move. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit one of those buttons real quick. So you should see. Okay, and you see how it came up and everything? Well, that's because it actually works that way. Like that's how it works. Like it plays the sounds of your pads. So if you have custom pads, you're putting things on the board and stuff like that. Again, I show you a video of this board and how it works and how you put everything in there to make it do all that stuff. Full breakdown and everything. You can find it, I'll pin it at the end of the video. But this has voices on it and stuff, right? So like baby voice, the monster voice, robot, all those voices, you turn them on, it's gonna go into the Xbox and you control people and stuff. Like that's what's really, really cool about this entire setup. So you see how I hook it up wireless. It works. I've tested it. So many people in the community have tested this. It works for them. There are a select few that can't get it to work. Watch this video 6,000 times because it works. Like everything that I just showed you, it works. If I did something wrong, I will fix the video, but this is all right. I mean, I proved it worked. I showed you it working on the Xbox just now. I'm gonna show you how to do it with a wired controller real quick, and then we'll end the video. All right, guys, and real quick, for the wired controller, you just literally plug it in the bottom, the splitter part. There's no anything else you really need to do other than that. And then if you do have a buzz, I recommend getting a ground loop isolator. You can purchase these. I'll link that below too. You shouldn't have a buzz. Maybe you have a buzz. I'm not 100% positive, to be completely honest with you. But if you do, then use a ground loop isolator and that should eliminate the problem. And you could just plug that up in between here and the controller or something like that. At the end of the day, it's super simple to do, super easy to do. There's a lot of cables and stuff. I get that. This is the best thing we have. Being on Xbox, unfortunately, I'm always trying to find new ways to implement new ways to do it, make things easier and stuff. At the end of the day, this is just one of the ways. All right, guys, and again, everything that I mentioned in the video is linked below. It helped me out if you use those links. If not, that's all cool too. If you liked the video, it helped you out, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't always do this, but hit the subscribe button. It helps me out in no possible way but other make me feel better inside. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.